Okay, so I'm going to do the official welcome back. We are right just past 11:30. Welcome back from all the breakouts. Spent a little time in each of them as I normally do, and they really looked fantastic. A lot of good insights. I had recommended to some folks. If you got on just a little bit after I said this, please feel free to input information into the chat about aha moments or a particular insight that you may have had. We'd love to catalog those. That's an important aspect of feedback. So here's the deal. We've had some current major initiatives, and Nicola is here to discuss them.
Thank you. Well, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for hanging in there with us. As always, those of you at the closing session are the true faithful, and we're so glad that you're here. Just a couple of notes before I dive into some of our key upcoming initiatives and some guidance about how you and your organizations can engage. Please do make sure to fill out a survey for the full event, as well as breakout session surveys as well. Those are incredibly important to us. They really help us, especially since this was a new format. We're interested in how your experience was, and if we can improve virtual events in the future. We obviously don't know what the future holds, so I truly hope the next time we do this, we're all together. I experienced that in the virtual format, there are 100% less snacks than there are at Desert Willow Conference Center. So I'm looking forward to that being fixed next year, hopefully, as well. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the virtual event center at acmfeventcenter.org, that site will remain active after the event. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the agenda link, our production team worked super rapidly, and the sessions from day one are actually already posted. So before, where you clicked the link to join session, now you can click the link to view the recording of the session. So all the general sessions and breakout sessions are all posted, and we invite you. That's, I guess, one great benefit of the virtual format is that unlike the live event, you actually can see all the things that maybe you didn't get to participate in. You can watch those full recordings in a way that isn't possible when we're in person. So we definitely invite you to do that. I do want to just take a moment to, again, acknowledge all of our sponsors who have supported this event. Most of them have been sponsors, not just this year, but many years, and we truly appreciate the partnership and support. It allows us to be able to conduct this programming and supports our work overall as a coalition and community. So we are very grateful and appreciate that ongoing partnership and support. So I'm going to talk about ways to engage now, and just the most, I think, basic reminder for absolutely everyone on the session today is that our Be Connected team is here to assist everyone, service members, veterans, family members, as well as helpers and providers. Even if it's not for you, if it's for somebody you're helping, you need guidance, you need assistance with finding resources, everyone is welcome to reach out. Our team can conduct needs assessments, better understand what might be going on, provide resource navigation and connection. They can provide follow-up assistance and more. There's so many things that the team can do and provide. And really, I don't think there's anything that's been thrown their way yet that they haven't been able to respond to. So please do reach out. The team is here for you and the people that you're helping. So you can call anytime at this phone number. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is our Connect Every Veteran campaign. So as we've talked about, our mission going into this coming year is to connect every service member, veteran, and family member in Arizona to support and resources. So to better facilitate that, we have set up a new website as well as a public service campaign that is coming forward. So the website is connectveterans.org, and it is live now. We're basically in a soft launch. So what you'll see is pretty basic information. There are many more features that are going to be built out over the coming weeks in terms of information and ways to connect and sort of guidance. But the site is live, and the resource matching and mapping site that we currently have, beconnectedaz.org, well, that site will continue as well, because that is our massive site where we have mapped, over 2,800 resources. They are matchable according to up to 200 criteria, as well as it serves as the platform for us to track the closed loop referrals that our Be Connected team makes, so we can better understand how the program is serving our community. So that site will continue. It's going to continue to grow and be built. Our team is very committed to mapping every last resource that they can, so they're adding to it dozens and dozens every week. And then the connectveterans.org will really become the hub of information for service members, veterans, family members, helpers, providers, and partners in terms of what is happening with our different initiatives, the campaign, the assets and resources that will be needed to sort of advance this work. So they will sort of live side by side, but we'll have this new space, which we're really excited about. Okay, so the other thing that is extremely exciting to us and is really launching us in a whole another direction is our public service campaign that we are doing in partnership with the Arizona Department of Veteran Services, the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, and the Arizona Broadcasters Association. And this is going to be a statewide campaign on TV and radio, and public service announcements will run in English and Spanish on stations statewide. So this map shows every pin is a TV or radio station. The ones with numbers means there's multiple stations in that market. And they will run day, night, and everything in between, and really be promoting the opportunity for people to learn about Be Connected, encouraging them with a message to make sure that everyone in our community is connected. So I'm pleased to be able to share with you two spots, one in English and one in Spanish. So we'll run those now.
We're on a mission to connect every Arizona service member, veteran, and their families to the support and resources they deserve. If you or someone you know needs assistance with benefits, health care and wellness, employment, or housing, visit connectveterans.org or call 866-4AZ-VETS right now to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veteran Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
Tenemos la misión de conectar a cada miembro del servicio militar en Arizona, a cada veterano y a sus familias con los recursos que se merecen, para que no encuentren barreras para acceder a los beneficios que se han ganado gracias al servicio prestado al país. Visite connectveterans.org o llame al 866-429-8387. Patrocinado por la Coalición de Familias Militares de Arizona, el Departamento de Servicios de Veteranos de Arizona y aliados de Be Connected de Arizona.
So those will start airing May the 1st, and they are going to run for an entire year. And we're really excited. When I talked yesterday about universal messages and prevention, that's really the foundation, a foundational element of that going forward because of the reach. They reach almost every Arizona adult at least once during the year. So that's the estimated reach of the stations in the campaign. So we're really excited about that. And if you spot one, please let us know. Okay, we mentioned the Arizona Veteran Survey. So this is a survey we conduct every 2 years. It's conducted by our team here in Arizona. I mean, there's a lot of surveys, but this one's specifically for Arizona service members, veterans, family members, and community members. And so we first conducted it in 2017, then in 2019, and we'll be conducting it starting this summer. And it'll probably run again for several months. Each time we take feedback and we really try to refine it and make it as, we're trying to make it as user-friendly as possible because we know that it's a lot, but we have actually had excellent response rates. We had over 11,000 responses in 2019, which is really phenomenal for a survey of this type. And so we're hoping to certainly meet that or exceed it this year. If you ask Wanda, she'll tell you she wants 100,000. So we'll do the best that we can. But it is really important. We rely on our network of partners and champions to get the word out because we want the voice of everyone to be heard and included. And so you'll be able to see more of that coming, and all that information will be posted on the Connect Veterans site as it rolls out and as those links and materials are available. So I wanted to welcome Wanda back on to talk about the transportation survey project that ADVS has been working on over the past several months.
Thank you, Nicola. Just a word about the survey, the veteran survey. I just want to tell people how important that is when the time comes. The more people that we have take it, the better data we get to be able to fill those gaps that we need to fill. And we have the opportunity to create legislation or policy or any, all those kinds of things, work with the VA. But if you don't take the survey or the veterans don't take the survey, we don't get the information. So when the time comes, please push it out. Just like I'm going to ask about the transportation survey that we've had out for a little. Our idea was that we could see that there was some gap in transportation, especially in the rural areas, for those that did not have medical appointments connected to injury and couldn't use the VA transportation process. Those veterans still have medical appointments. They still need to get to the grocery store. They still need to do life kinds of things. And we thought it very, very important to do a survey to kind of understand what the gaps are and who the gaps are with, so that perhaps in the future, one, we can maybe expand our transportation pilot that's going on right now in 3 locations. And 2, maybe to pass some legislation in the future in regards to transportation in the rural areas. So I ask all of you as providers and veterans to get the link and fill it out and spread it amongst all your friends and family who are veterans who you feel could be a part of this. And we are also, from April 30th to May 14th, we're identifying veterans who have transportation barriers for specialized support, so we can actually do sort of a hands-on approach to transportation. We do have 3 pilots going on in the northern region, and this is going to sort of add on to that. And so please, if you have anyone out there who you feel like should be nominated for support in transportation, and it can be anything from food instability, getting food to them, to maybe even once the COVID kind of stuff is over, to getting out to their appointments, whether the appointment is with physical health, mental health, or just an appointment at their local CVS to get their COVID shot. It really doesn't matter. And so this is a really important thing that we're doing right now. And I just want people to really pay attention to it and to share it as much as you can. Thanks, Nicola.
Thanks, Wanda. Yeah, so we're really excited about this nomination period. We've been collecting the surveys, but we're excited about this nomination period. Again, it's an opportunity if you know of a veteran or family that is experiencing transportation barriers, they can get one-on-one support from our Be Connected team to really troubleshoot what what the situation is, maybe try to identify resources that are currently available. But then, as Wanda mentioned, we do have a whole transportation and volunteer driver initiative that's currently in a pilot stage. And our intent is then to take information from the survey as well as the needs that are identified through this nomination process, and have the opportunity to continue to develop that transportation support program so that we can help meet those different needs. So please keep that in mind, and the information will be posted on Connect Veterans and in terms of how to make those nominations and connection points. So I also want to talk about our programs to address essential needs. We, in the past several months, have had the chance to start various COVID relief projects funded by the Bob Woodruff Foundation and their support. And we've been able to partner with state and local organizations that were already, in many cases, doing great work or were contact points to make sure that the support was delivered to the right people who needed it. And so you can see here a couple of pictures from these projects. One was delivering water containers. These are 300-gallon water containers that were delivered to households in the Hopi and Navajo Nation that do not have access to running water. So it's, not solving the problem, but it's improving the situation from before, where these households would have to go very regularly to water distribution points and didn't have a large supply of water. So these can be refilled by water trucks and at least improve the situation in the immediate term. And then the other, one of the other things was distribution of firewood, which is obviously for heat as well as fuel. And those were amazing projects to be able to deliver with that grant support. And then we were also able to assist with other essential needs like housing and transportation. And there were so many cases with this project where the people who were helped by the project were people who were serving their community. They were taking care of their families, their extended communities, delivering water, delivering firewood, delivering food. And so by, say, helping put tires on someone's vehicle, it was not just for their own benefit and livelihood, but also because of all the community members that they were helping and supporting. So we anticipate there will be additional opportunities for these programs going forward, and those will be distributed through our network. We also have food insecurity initiative and projects. We have held a couple of projects in late 2020, early 2021, and we're really excited about new projects in the coming year, partnering with St. Mary's Food Bank, the Community Food Bank of Southern Arizona, and several other food distribution partners. And we will be able to serve military members, veterans, families, including surviving families. And initiatives will include pop-up events, grocery delivery, ongoing food distribution, and more. So much more to follow on there. You can see some of the locations that are planned in the coming year, which our team is really excited about, looking at not just immediate needs and one-time needs, but then following along from any of these projects, how can we provide ongoing support and assistance? So finally, what does this mean for you and your organization? Well, these are just some things that we wanted to put on your radar. For sure, stay up to date with our e-newsletter and social media, as all these different initiatives will be announced through those means. I think there's going to be a sign up link in the chat box. Use and help to amplify the messages to those within your network. So as we start posting the public service announcements, we invite you to share those, help get the word out. Any materials that you need, we're happy to provide them, keeping in mind to connect service members, veterans, and their families to the Be Connected team anytime, anywhere by calling our phone number. If you haven't already, participate in training, participate in navigator training. We're doing it online right now, so you can access it anywhere. There's great online courses available. All that's linked from the Connect Veterans website. And then help us to identify people for support for the nomination process. So for this transportation project, we potentially we'll have other projects like the Food Insecurity Project and other things in the future. It really helps us a lot. You know your community best. Help us find the people who need this support. And then if you have ideas for segments of our population or certain communities that you feel like could benefit from something, then don't wait for us to get there. Reach out to us, because this is all about partnership, and we are very interested in your perspective and your knowledge of what your community might need. And then if you haven't already, make sure that any organizations that you're affiliated with become partner organizations and are formally part of the Be Connected program. So I can't thank you all enough for being a part of this. I will turn it back over to Thomas and Wanda, and have a wonderful day, everyone.
Hey, thanks, Nicola. That was a great overview. Clearly, there's like a ton of ways to get involved and engaged. And so we've tried to kind of describe a lot of those, but the truth is there's a lot more that are going on that we can't even get to. And, Wanda's like shaking her head because it's true. And some of these happen really just almost naturally, if you will. Talking with an American Indian entrepreneur who created a program that was going to target justice involve veterans and American Indian veterans and their families to bring them up with like training for certificates in what's the name of it?
It's been a long day, Thomas.
It's been a long time. My brain is so tired.
Are you talking like cybersecurity?
Cybersecurity.
Like
thank you
yes.
so much, Wanda. Yes. Okay. You're the other half of my brain from here on out. So, that was a really great thing. And he started talking and we started talking. So then he's talking about AmeriCorps volunteers participating, and we hooked him up with the city of Phoenix so that he could get certain funding to be able to help, educate folks. Really cool stuff. Had just an offhand conversation with Cody Nichols from the U of A, and we started babbling on with each other. And I'm remembering conversations that Wanda and I had and Nicola and I had and others. And so we said, okay, well, we got to create a student network. So now we have a Be Connected student network. I'll go on and on and on and on for the rest of, the week, really, with all the different things. But what I'll say is, if you've got an idea or you've got a thought and it's got a few possibilities or some things to work out, talk with Wanda, talk with myself, talk with Nicola, talk with any of our team members, Jessica over at Arizona Department of Veterans Services, Kellyanne, Randy, you name it. If you're talking with one of us, you're talking with all of us. So, keep fueling those ideas. So we're going to be closing in just a minute or two. Wanda, would you like to kick us off in that?
I just want to tout the Be Connected community networks for just a second, if that's okay.
Please, that's great.
We met yesterday. We had about 20 people on the call. And, it's always great to hear from all of our regions on how things are going. But I submit to all of you, the 189 of you that are on today, that is another way to interact, right? You can, if you want to be just sort of a public person and attend one and tell us kind of some of the things that are happening in the area that we might not be able to hear about, like one being faith-based. We don't hear a lot from them in that area. It's another opportunity to kind of share some ideas that you might have for your area, or just to get a little bit more information from what's going on in your area through what we're doing. And so I just tout the BCCNs. I think they're great opportunities for communication, and I think we should see a few more people at those.
I think that's a great recommendation, Wanda. No, I love it. I love it. I wouldn't even thought to hit on that, but that is a perfect, punctuation point for this particular thing. Yeah, if you're interested in involving yourself with our Be Connected community networks, we have these in North, Central, and South. and we meet quarterly. If you're interested, info@arizonacoalition.org is the path to take to, just say, hey, I'm interested. I heard, Wanda so adeptly talking about, the need for that. Let us know. That's a way that we can engage in a deeper way. So that's great. Thanks, Wanda.
Sorry, I threw you off, Thomas.
Not at all. I was like, wow, that's, I had a little aha, like, that's, I'll put that in the chat. That was my little aha or big aha. Anyways, so, what I'll say is that, we've talked about that there's just a ton of ways. What I hope, and I think I can speak for Wanda and Nicola as well, and everyone here, that your takeaway is that there's an absolute fact here. And that is, in order for us to solve for really complicated issues that typically are very resistant to being solved, like suicide, like, chemical dependency issues, like unemployment, like a detachment from social networks and systems. So you're losing friends and family. In order to be able to solve for the food insecurity, transportation, my goodness, right? In order to be able to solve for those types of issues, we have to work collectively. It is the only way. It was mentioned earlier, collective impact initiative. A collective impact initiative is designed to be able to solve very complicated problems. And the truth is, there is no other way of doing it that we have seen. All the simple, easy, shoot from the hip, hey, we got together, we had a couple of meetings, this is what we want to do. Those things don't last, nor do they work. And so they may have a little ping effect or something like that, but it's got to be a whole ecosystem. The cool thing is that each and every one of you is a part of that.
Yes.
And what that does is makes it so that our brothers, our sisters, our husbands, our wives, our co-workers, our staff, our employer, our neighbors, our fellow faith-based goers, our fellow, you name it, they've got an opportunity to have a really good life that transcends the struggles that they may be experiencing since whatever happened in the service or the stressors that came out because of that. So I really thank you for your participation today. I think our hearts are with each and every one of you in this great effort that we are doing. And I'll end with that, but just say thank you. Wanda?
Yeah, I totally agree with every word you said, Thomas. I feel like we are reachable, so reach out to us. We have our azdbs.gov. The coalition has all of their information in the comments. There is no reason why you shouldn't get the answer for whatever problems that might be occurring in your areas. We're here to help you, and we will do everything we can to help you try to solve the problems that you may have. Thanks, Thomas.
Thank you. That closes our 11th annual statewide symposium. We will see you next year in person.
Yes.
Good day.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Woohoo.